How's it going, guys? Jack here, coming out of Pixel, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my wish list for DayZ standalone. So I've made one of these before, and basically this is a video where I talk about the items that I'd like in DayZ, different things to be tweaked, etc, etc. It's kind of like a Dear Dean list. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I'd like, and it would add to some serious roleplay, would be for the pliers or snips or cutters or something like that to be able to be used against wire fences. So we all know around military compounds and some compounds in general there's wire fencing and there's usually holes in the fence. Now with this idea, I would like to see maybe the holes get removed, now still keep a few holes but not as many. And this would make it so if you want to go into a compound, you either have to take the first main entrance, you can attempt to climb over it, maybe, I'm not too sure about that, I haven't really thought about that. Or if you have snips, you can cut the actual fence and your guy does an animation, and then as soon as the animation is finished, it leaves it in the state as if it looks like the fence has been cut, like we already have at the moment. This would add up to so many different aspects of the game, to roleplay for one, you know, if you want to be sneaky and people can see, you know, someone broke in here, you know, let's say you walk by a fence, you're patrolling, you're just looking around in a compound, next thing you know, you see a hole in the fence, you know, you get kind of worried, and maybe if you're prone whilst you do this, you only make a small hole, so that'd be pretty cool to see in the game. I think it's very roleplay like, but anyways, you know, they're going for a really perfect game here, so I don't think it should be too hard to do that. In my head, it's kind of like almost cutting down a tree, you know, the tree is there, you cannot pass through it. As soon as you cut it down, a few hits of it, next thing you know, the tree is gone, leaves a different type of animation, and that's pretty much it. So it's pretty cool to see it. Maybe you make a lot of noise when you do it as well, like it's like a ching, 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 ching sort of thing. But who knows, you know, it'd be really sneaky to do some fucking SOCOM gear shit. That'd be awesome to see. I've seen this one as that Pavlova, and that's what I was thinking about, you know, so people would be predictable, and it's just more tools you can have in your tool belt instead of just the usual foods, medical, and bullets and guns, you know, that's it. So hopefully new tools to come in, like the lockpick and stuff, that'd be real cool to see. Next of all is a sling. I've mentioned this a lot of times before, but I also have a new development on this. A sling, so you can carry two weapons, except legitly without doing some sort of silly ass bug. So basically at the moment, if you didn't know, you can pick up two weapons by dropping both the weapons, dragging the one you don't want to use on your back, and then just taking it into hands, the one that's left. And that way you can carry two guns, but it's very awkward, as if you eat anything, the gun in your hands, usually your hard-earned primary, is tend to be dropped on the floor, and sometimes you can accidentally leave it behind, like we've all done. So my idea is that you can find a military sling, and you put this on your primary gun, and you can scroll wheel and change guns whenever you want, or just hotbar it. So that means that once you have it on your primary weapon, you can then put the sling on a different type of weapon and carry it on your back. And also thinking about that, I also had the idea of maybe the hunting backpack. You can sort of put any type of rifle primary gun underneath the actual backpack itself, and same with the, I think it's the hiking pack, the large rucksack, and maybe you can put it on the side. It has a weapon slot for, let's say, M4s and stuff and Mosins. Maybe when they add bigger guns into the game, maybe not so much. Like if, let's say, I'm not sure if they will, but let's say an M240, obviously you're not going to be able to carry that, but things like a Mosin, a Ruger 1022, the Sporter, the SKS, I think they should be able to be carried as a secondary on the hunting backpack, as there is actually weapon slots for it, plus it would look kind of cool. And it would make the game fairly interesting because they have implemented tents so far, but there's no real legit way to carry two weapons. So if you want to go out looting gear and stuff and you want to put it back in your tent, you're going to have to leave your tent empty-handed, which isn't always the best of ideas to do. So that's just an idea I'd love to develop on. You know, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below, any different types of ideas. Hopefully a dev sees this and is like, holy shit, let's do this. That's my idea in this video, but just also to get this stuff off my chest and to hear your guys' response. And last but not least, one epic thing I was thinking of, and it ties into a couple of other things, zombie dismemberment. I think I got that right. Basically, the ability to like hack up zombies into lots of different pieces. So let's say, for example, you jam, let's say, I don't know, the fire axe into a zombie's neck and collar or whatever. Like that would like crack him there. You can see that you've done some damage. It wouldn't do anything bad, but it has the ability to do that. As well as high caliber rounds, being able to cut off arms, cutting off, you know, different hit points for zombies, a much extended, let's say, hitbox for players, different areas you can hit. Even for players, it'd be cool to have that much gore in a game that is DayZ, because after all, it is an 18s game, so you know, it does come at a price that, you know, you can't put all this stuff in it. So I understand that it's crazy to do, it's very hard to do, but it would be something that I'd love to, you know, the dev team to look into, but because it would just be crazy to have in, you know, it'd make it like enjoyable to kill zombies. And obviously by the time they develop this, they're gonna make it so servers can actually have more zombies, they can have more, you know, more things like this, different aggro systems, they're gonna have different detection systems. So it's gonna be really cool that they will evolve the game hopefully into something like that. But sure, we don't know too much about gore as of now. We do have a new physics engine and stuff, and that is really cool, works great, but hopefully I'd love to see that evolved on. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just 3 short topics. Hopefully I've sparked some things in your mind. If you guys want to let me know in the comment section below, I cannot wait to read these tonight, and hopefully you guys have some ideas of yourself. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to tap the like rate below, and as always, this has been Jack at Commander Pixel, keeping you live. See you in Chernarus.